We just got on Red Note, the new app.
Yeah, I was
That's
actually wondering how that's going because I was curious
It's
if we
going
should join
great for
it.
us. I don't actually you don't know this yet.
I mean, I was seeing your stories posts.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
hit 1,500
Oh well.
followers
What
and
a
on
day.
2 days of posting. So our first video that we posted hit just 17,000 views right before we came on here. So
Dang.
yeah.
See, Chris, now maybe we should join this red note. For anyone that's watching or listening and doesn't know who you guys are, could you introduce yourselves and the role you play in the band?
Yeah. I'm Marcos, I'm the lead singer.
I'm Nandu. I'm the lead guitarist.
I'm Juan Diego. I'm on keys and rhythm guitar.
And
And
in
we are
case
Tomorrow's
anyone's
June.
knowing, I
Yeah.
was going to say you're tomorrow's June.
Yeah. We haven't practiced like the
Oh
boy
yeah,
band
we haven't
thing.
done the boy band thing in a
It's
while.
been
Oh, should we,
No?
can we do it for you real quick? We haven't
Sure.
done it in years. All right.
Are we doing the whole thing?
Yeah, what is it? I forgot.
Well, it's usually basically what we just did in the and we're.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let's see if we can do this. All
Okay,
right.
hold on. Yeah, we'll do this for shits and
This is
giggles.
this is our Disney Channel thing. I'm Marcos. Go.
No, you're supposed to say what you do.
Oh. I'm Marcos. I'm the lead singer,
I'm Nando. I'm the lead guitarist.
I'm Juan Diego and I play keyboard.
and we're
Tomorrow's June.
Never mind. I guess we haven't done that in 10 years. When Disney didn't sign us when we were 16, we stopped doing it.
Well, they didn't sign you when you're 16. Maybe they'll sign you now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're going to be like, oh, they got to get better at intros.
Yeah.
We can't sign them unless they're good at intros.
Nope, can't sign them. So I know you guys have talked about this before on other interviews, but I personally think it's a cute story. But for those who do not know, how did you guys come up with the band name?
You want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll take it. So, this was what, 11 years ago now?
Yeah.
Something like that. It was me, my brother, and our cousin who was our original bass player. And so we were just one summer day just out at Guitar Center. We would just spend the day there. The people probably hated us and stuff. But we
Never
went
buy anything.
Never
we
mind.
never bought anything. We never had money. Um but yeah, so we went to go get lunch, and the whole day we're like, we're gonna be a band, we're gonna be a band, we're gonna be a band, but we can't unless we have a name. And until we have a name, then we can't be officially a band.
Yeah.
Like, even though that's really not how it works, but and we were going just trying to do anything. We're looking at signs. We're like, oh, the San Pablo Avenues, the blueberries, like like the dumbest things. We're just like throwing things out, just trying to see if something landed. And then eventually I just turned to my brother. I'm like, oh, dude, tomorrow's June. Like, just actually saying the date. And they're like, that's it, that's the name. And then we've come to find out that it was only May 28th. So we're a few days off. So it's out of pure stupidity, but it was the greatest.
Yeah.
I love
I
that stuff.
mean, at least you weren't like a whole month off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would have been funnier, but the only thing we argued about was, and I'll admit that I'm glad I lost this one, is if we were going to be like TO or a two.
Yeah.
And and I was like, the two's gonna look stupid because we were drawing the logo out ourselves and we couldn't
Yeah.
draw either. So I was like, no one's ever gonna like this. I got outvoted.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works and yeah, it's stuck ever since.
June bug trying stuff.
Yeah, I was
The
actually
Loki bug trying.
curious. I was actually curious if what made you decide to do the number two instead of TO.
I think we were just trying to be quirky.
Yeah, I don't think it was anything super deep. I think it was like them being
We
like,
just gotta
no, it'd be cool. Because I remember the old original logo we drew out had like flames on the side, on the two.
Oh my God, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
and I was like, that looks
Oh my
stupid,
God.
guys. It doesn't look good. They were like, no, it looks awesome. And I was like,
I forgot about that.
so
Oh my
that's
God.
kind of how that happened. It wasn't anything super deep. It
I
was
think
just
2J is a lot better than TJ though.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Although our last manager really loved to call us
TJ. He couldn't remember
knowing
our name
exactly what
for
our
like
name was.
the first like year, and we are like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
This isn't good.
That is bad. I mean, if they can't remember your name, how can they manage you properly?
Yeah,
That's a great question.
you would be correct.
You would be correct.
That's why they're not your manager anymore.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I really love the hanging out in Guitar Center, not buying anything. Like in the early 2000s, that was me and Zoomies.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would just hang out all day, not buy a single dang thing. All the employees knew me, and then one day the manager was like, "You gotta get out of here." Like,
Well, that's how you see those kids skating at Zoomies now, or like even maybe I'd say more 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but like kids that are just hanging out there like doing tricks, and then like a worker would come from behind, do a trick real quick, then go back and help a customer. And it was like, yeah, these kids have nothing else to do but like
But vibe, dude.
but vibe.
Just
Yeah,
vibe.
just
yep.
hang out.
Just pure vibes.
Yeah, I
And
don't think
also, yeah,
anyone in Zoomies knows how to skate anymore.
maybe that's funny.
Well,
I
I
haven't
don't
even
know how
thought
to
about
skate at
that.
all,
I don't
so
know how to skate, but I got a hat from there.
You know what? I used to skate a lot, and I am so terrified to skate now.
Because you broke multiple bones.
Yeah, but also
Old.
like I just stopped
And
and,
you're old.
and I'm older. Yeah.
You gotta surf now.
Yeah, like ollies scare me now.
Yeah,
hey,
I'm right there with you. So like I relearned in my mid 30s.
Yeah.
And like now all I do is cruise my neighborhood. Like
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
trying ollies anymore. I might try manual every once in a while, but
right.
nothing where I'm leaving the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like, in a world where healthcare is sketchy, I don't need it. I don't need to hurt
I
myself.
don't need
It's
the
not
premium.
You're not Tony Hawk, man.
Yeah, I'm not Tony Hawk, man. And look, even Tony Hawk, I'm sure his health insurance is also upset at
Oh,
him.
those premiums are crazy.
I feel like there's a good song in there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh, totally.
Write that down, write that down.
You quit skating because health insurance is shit.
Yeah.
That's a great line right there.
Midwestern of the whole, like,
Why I don't skateboard?
why I don't skateboard because healthcare premiums are so crazy in these times.
That's great.
And then the song has nothing to do with the title.
Never.
no more
That's
ollies.
why I miss you. Sorry. ADD.
I mean, it's not a lie.
That's pretty spot on.
I won't even. I try to step foot on a skateboard, and I'm just like, nope,
Yeah.
not happening.
No, it's not worth it. If you have any piece of your life together, like you have a job, don't get.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I work at a thrift store, and they like donate things all the time, like what is them like pogo sticks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, should I try this? I did one little hop, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Bye.
You're like, no, it works. It works. It's fine.
The only thing
They
I'll
make
get
you
on
test
is like an adult scooter or something, because that I don't think I'm gonna hurt myself on. But
Do they make you
you'd be
guys
surprised.
test all the products and stuff?
yes and
Like-
no. I mean, I
you
test them
have
for
to cook
fun.
rice in the used rice cooker.
I
and
don't
eat
think they. I think they see if they turn on and get hot for when it comes to electronics,
You're
but
like,
I don't think they
"Okay,
actually physically make a
it
meal
works."
or anything.
Yeah. That's what employee lunch is. Just whatever comes in for the day. You just gotta test it out. It's like a George Foreman grill. Let's go. A panini press.
I mean, at a thrift store, it's you buy it and you get what you get, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
as long as it turns on, we'll sell it.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's a good motto.
Yeah,
As long as it turns on, we'll sell
that's
it.
our motto too. Yeah,
No.
that's more wrong.
My brain is going to so many bad
Okay.
places.
Okay. Move on.
Not that it's a motto, but what is your writing process like, and what inspires you guys to write the songs you've produced?
It's different every time. Usually I'll start off with an idea, and I mean idea. It's like a phone voice memo that has 17 different melodies, and I don't know where I'm going with it. And then when I get home, I'll put it in my studio in Logic or something, and I'll pick out certain riffs that I like.
One of these ones was
One of these
One
gotta
of these
work,
will-
right? And then I'll make the crappiest demo you can ever hear in your life. And I hope that these guys hear where I'm trying to go with this, right? Because we all live in different houses. And so I'm like, here, come over, or I'm gonna send this to you, put really good guitar on it, put piano on it, put some production. I'll add some tweaks later and stuff, redo my vocals and stuff, but like, let's form a good idea. And then maybe 99% of the time, I will rewrite the words twice or so,
Yeah.
just because my first round of words are always extremely corny and or don't the story doesn't make sense. And so I'm like, okay, cool idea. Now let's like refine and make it better. Because I'm very much like, I remember when I first realized, like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, like there's a story here. And like the
Mhm.
verse does go into the chorus. It's not just fun pop or big. You know what I mean? It's like there's an actual story here. And I realized I should do that with my songs. Like
Yeah.
there needs to be some consistency here. So I'm very big on that. Sometimes though, I will admit, like there's the new one that we're planning on going to the studio with. I'm struggling with
Which one?
get it upside down
Mhm.
because it doesn't quite make sense to me, but it's so good. And we might just Backstreet Boys it and just say, okay, it doesn't necessarily make sense, but it might be a hit. So
I mean, if Phil Collins can make up the word studio and it be a #1 hit,
that's true.
like
It doesn't
I don't
matter.
think the story not fully having or not filling all the plot holes is going to be the biggest of deals.
And we can always make something up, I guess, after the song comes out.
That is true. It's like what's it called? Like pseudoscience, conspiracies. You just like start from the end and then make your way back.
Work
Yeah.
your way backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the process.
Now, I personally love the positivity of YTFS. So especially in an area of music that's usually, let's face it, heartbreak songs and anger, angst, whatever you want to call it. What kind of inspired you to go down the route of a positive song?
Um, so truthfully, um, I was writing a lot of really down material. I'm in recovery. I've been sober for 2 years, and when I came out of rehab, I was writing a lot of these very depressing. Sorry, you're gonna make a joke about it. Okay.
I'd be like, we're not.
Yeah. But
I'm
he
sorry.
likes to make fun of me.
Because
Uh,
it's funny. You're my brother.
Oh yeah, we're also brothers too, by the way. But I was writing a lot of depressing music, and YTFS, if you listen closely, it's a letter to my younger self. And I was basically like, look, man, everything's not going the way you want it, but it's gonna be okay. And you're a lot farther than you thought you were gonna be. Or all these or look back and all these little things that you were like, if I just had that, if I just had that, like most of it like we've accomplished. And it's the classic story of like you hit that and then you realize, oh, wait, that wasn't as life-changing as I thought. So I need a bigger goal. I need this and that. But it was kind of a story to remind yourself, like, hey, dude, take a step back. You're good. You're gonna be okay. And like kind of be appreciative of like everything you're doing. You're awesome. Sorry, that's my dog. But like you're awesome and just keep going. And that's basically what it was. And then people, you know, especially with social media and trying to find a way to market it, um, you know, you have a very small window of time to grab people's attention. And the chorus resonated with a lot of people of like us telling them that they're the fucking shit. Sorry, I don't know if we can cuss on here.
You can
Yeah,
cuss.
fun.
Okay. But like telling them that, right? And
being able to tell yourself that too.
right. And then like also like almost a manifestation, like tell yourself this every day. We have somebody who wrote YTFS on their mirror in lipstick. And they look at it every single day. And they tell us
I never
like
saw that. That's dope.
yeah. And so when we see stuff like that, it's like that's
Well, yeah,
that's the story. That's theirs now.
and that's kind of the whole idea of what we do with our music is we want you to feel like whatever it's gonna make you feel, whatever it's gonna make you like, if it's gonna help you, if it's gonna, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think you know what I'm trying to say.
I'm kind of lost.
Somebody help me.
I mean,
You wanted to
it's
inspire
it's
people?
when you make
Yeah.
when you make an impact on somebody.
There, that word.
Yeah,
That word.
that's the word.
That's the word. Impact. Thank you.
We didn't go to
I love
college.
you.
I don't know if you could tell.
See, I love that note to self kind of thing. A couple of years ago, I kind of was doing that. Like, it wasn't as bad as you made it out to be. I started writing like, I guess you would call it like a memoir of sort, where I was like kind of writing, um, like just kind of like past events where as a teenager or a young person, you're like, oh my gosh, such and such happened, my life is over. So I took all those moments where I thought like, oh my gosh, my life is over, this is awful, and I wrote them all out. And then made it super cheesy and turned it into like, well, if that didn't happen, then this one have happened, and
Hmm.
made it
Right.
go on and on like that. So that like the note to self resonates hard with me.
Yeah, yeah. Something else leading to that, like me and my buddy were talking about this maybe last week, and we were talking about like when it rains, it pours, right? That famous saying. But if you can, if you can like look at life a little differently, right? And go, this little thing is not gonna bother me as much today, then the day is not that bad, right? I get that there's some, crazy things that happen in the world and stuff, but on an average day, things aren't going right at work. Leave it at work. You come home, it's a new 12 hours, right? It's a new kind of day where you just go home, relax. You still may be tired, but enjoy your Netflix, enjoy what you like to do, right? And you don't let those things follow you around. Because if you do, that's where the pour comes in, right?
Mhm.
Every little thing is like this, and that. It's bothering me. It's making me upset. And then next thing you got a rain cloud around you.
Yeah, I actually saw a really great reel that was talking about um, if you had $86,000 in your bank account and somebody stole $60, would you just throw the rest away? And the person's like, no. And they're like, well, if somebody ruins a minute of your day, why would you throw away the rest of your day?
Right.
Hmm.
And that's a great way to deliver that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
But my personal favorite was actually Rule the World, at
Oh,
least
cool.
off the
Yeah,
EP. Just
Thank you.
the entire library again, I thought is amazing. At least,
Thank you. Thank you.
just how someone can get lost in the thought of, well, if I could change this or if I could change that, if I had the power, like we all do that, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
It's your power fantasy.
Yeah, for sure. Rule the World was something that me and Nando collaborated on at his apartment. And we were just like,
I always forget we did that at my place.
yeah, but we were just like messing around. He had this like little riff, and I was like, no, make it like a little bouncier.
Well,
With
because
that,
remember, it came from a song that I had already written,
right.
and then you're like, "Let's try some other stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
for
yeah.
it." Like I had already had a fully fleshed out song, and then yeah, and then you heard it, and you're like, "What if we try some other stuff like this, like this, like this?"
Yeah, I was like, make it a little bouncier. Let's do this. And then we started writing with some words, and we like the idea of like this being almost a like an exact description of like what I was feeling one day,
Just
like
your
prior
inner
to that.
thoughts.
Right. Inner
Yeah.
inner thoughts that you don't tell people. You're like, you know, screw the government. I want to go take a swim with the toaster. I'm
Yeah.
done with this place. You know what I mean? And if I just won the lottery, everything would be different. Like,
Yeah.
Rambling.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm just rambling. Like, I'm just like, this one day I was just upset. This is where I let it pour, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like I'm stuck here. I can't afford rent, this and that, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And then I was like, okay, we're writing about everything. And when we were writing it, it was the best way
It
to
was
describe it was hilarious. Like it's
It
so
was
silly
so funny.
that this can't come out. No one's gonna take this serious.
Yeah.
And then especially when we got the toaster line,
Mhm.
we were like, oh, that's hilarious. We're gonna put it in the demo, but we'll change the words later. And then we just kept listening and listening. We're like, oh, we can't change any of this.
Oh, I love this song.
No.
And I was so afraid that no one was gonna like it or get it. The chorus was cool, it was big, but the verses, I was like, oh, this might be too
Might be too much.
corny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it seems to be a lot of people's favorites, so we're stoked about it.
That's a
Yeah, it's one of my favorites too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And then, you're the fucking shit. And then self-control. That one's a good one.
Appreciate that one. That's my
Yes.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's one of those straight out of rehab songs. Just came out and like
Well, it was something you had to write.
yeah,
It was part of your journey.
yeah, for
Good
sure.
thing they had a guitar there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have both the
What
guitars.
did you do? You would didn't you call Mama Papa and then have them record it while you would talk to them on the
No, no,
phone?
no. I got because you got like phone privileges back and stuff after a
Mm.
while. And so like I was behaving and I had, you know, I got
It's
to
a
go to
good
the music
inmate.
room. Yeah. And no one else played guitar like around my time that I was there. So I was like, can I just take this to my room? And they were like, yeah, go ahead. I take it to the room and during like our lunch times or right before dinner, I would just sit there and write songs. Just wrote like a new song every day and I would send it to them and I was like, hey guys, I only had 20 minutes. Here you go. Hey guys, I only had 20 minutes. Here you go. You know what I
ended
mean?
up with 5 or 6.
5 or 6, yeah, towards the end of it. And then came out and then wrote some other ones and then just kept going. So
Yeah. I feel like I hear almost a little bit of like Bill Murray in the Rule the World song.
that's
Oh,
It
that's
gives me Bill
awesome.
Murray feels.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
I've never heard that, but I'll take it.
No, when I first heard it, I was like, man, I'm getting a Bill Murray vibe.
Yeah. No, no, no.
Like
They're
a Groundhog Day.
no, no, no. The band. Stupid, not the.
I'm thinking, well, then I'm
Bill Murray was-
stupid. So
Just thinking the actor. It's okay.
Take a sip.
That's okay. What's it called?
excuse me,
The
I'm stupid.
you made me lose my train of thought. That's an awesome person. I've never heard that.
I forgot there's a band.
First time for everything, right?
Yeah.
I forgot there was a band. I'm so sorry.
But then
It's
the
okay. It's okay. Bill Murray had some good movies,
Yeah.
Shame.
You could do like a music video with just do a compilation of his movies.
That would be hilarious though to like be teasing like a whole Bill Murray thing and then it's just like
It's not
cardboard
just-
cutouts of the actor.
Just like Tanacon.
Yeah.
that'd be cool to have in the studio. Little Bill Murray cutouts.
We should- and just tag Murray every time. Sorry.
Brainstorming on the podcast, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's the other thing we were gonna do? The Tom DeLonge,
What was the Tom DeLonge
the
idea?
nephews.
Oh yeah, we started telling people that we were Tom DeLonge's nephews
Huh?
just for fun. And some people believed it. Some people
Wow.
didn't.
Some people believe everything on the internet.
That's true. We're a part of the problem.
We are all part of the problem.
Just misinformation.
Spreading misinformation. Yeah,
Yeah. We just Twitter community notes are gonna get us at some point.
that's true.
We post on Twitter.
No, didn't we delete it?
We did.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gone.
we're not on X.
Nope.
So speaking of like Bill Murray,
Mhm.
lots of bands do collabs.
Yeah.
Who would a dream collaboration of yours be?
Right now, I would love to do something with like Broadside. They're one of my favorite bands. And then if we're gonna go bigger of like all time, Ryan Tedder, I want to write with him at some point. There's a lot of writers that I want to write with. Um, Amy Allen. There's let's see. I'd love to work with like John Feldman. Um, there's a bunch. Anything else like any other artist wise, it would depend on what kind of song we're making. If you gave me like a demo of something, like pitched me a song and was like find a collaborator, then I could tell you like who I'd want on that. Because there's a
Right.
bunch of people I'd love to collab with, but off the top of my head, it's more like industry people that like I'd really love to collab with.
Are you collabing with I quit skating because insurance premiums are too high?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think Feldman would be good for that one.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. So I guess
Yeah.
I mean we'll see. But I'm down to collab with anybody in any genre. I want to do like a pop punk country song at some point. I want to do. I have ideas. I'm not sure if they're gonna come out, but I have ideas.
Just hit every genre.
Yeah,
We'll
we
Snoop
could
on
do
it.
a little. Yeah, put Snoop on something. We actually opened up for Snoop one time,
Yeah.
The
and
weirdest thing.
it was the show made no sense for us to be on.
Technically.
It's a cool thing that we get to say, but it's like I'm trying to think of a good like analogy for this, but it's like if you worked at the Grammy after party or like you're serving celebrities and you're like, yeah, I met all these people, and you're like, no, you served them,
Yeah.
right? Like you didn't meet them, but like that's basically like what our experience was. It was like
Maybe it was the number two that made them think you were a different genre, like
Maybe.
50 Cent or Two
Yeah.
Chains,
Like,
know?
Tomorrow's June?
yeah. We got to the venue and they were like, "Oh, you guys are a band?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Like, you guys want to do a sound check?
Yeah, they're like, "You guys want to do a sound check?" We're like, yeah, we thought that was a thing." And they were like, "Oh yeah, rappers just don't do that." And we're like, "What?" We're like, "This is crazy." Started learning a bunch. Yeah.
That is kind of interesting. But I mean, they usually play and like perform off of tracks, not
Right.
full bands. So I mean, I guess
Right.
I could see that. They would just need a mic check.
Yeah, for the most part. Especially like when you're not like it's not your own tour and stuff, you could just jump on real quick and it's
Right.
easy to adjust. Versus us, like, oh, you're missing 8 inputs somehow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
We certainly shared the stage with a lot of very different acts.
yeah.
Playing,
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
No,
it's
it's
awesome.
great.
It was a great experience.
Different exposure to different, crowds.
Mm-hmm.
Following up a mariachi band. It's always fun.
Did do that.
Mm-hmm.
We played under a staircase one time.
That
Like
was
Harry
like
Potter.
the first.
Yeah.
That was like the
One of
second
the
show.
First or second shows we ever played. That was
We
funny.
played on a
That's
mound
pretty
of
punk,
dirt
actually.
one time.
Yeah.
For a sinkhole,
Yeah.
and I'm still mad at you for that one.
Because it was on Cinco de Mayo and they wanted me to say welcome to Cinco de Mayo.
Sinkhole to my.
But
Yeah.
I didn't want to be rude. And
It
I was
wasn't rude.
nervous.
Nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Got to make light of a situation, right?
Yeah, I wasn't confident enough
But
yet.
it's like, when do
at
you
that
have
point.
that opportunity? We're never gonna have that opportunity again.
Just watch. We'll manifest it.
We're gonna play for another sinkhole filling.
Yeah. I'll take the
on
first-
Cinco de Mayo.
I'll take the first sinkhole
It's
gig that we can get.
like, if you want us, it has to
To
be
be-
Cinco de Mayo. We don't need pay. We don't need pay at all. We just need it to be that day.
You're like, trust me, we just need to do this.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good. This is what our podcast is like. We like it when it's more real.
For sure.
And we actually don't really edit a lot out. So all this is just going to be in there, right?
Sweet.
Sweet.
Oh gosh.
So people will know the
What's-
real
what's-
you.
What's the worst thing that we can say?
No. We're gonna put him on timeout.
We'll make you cut it out.
What can we say that will make us get it cut out?
I mean, if you really, really wanted us to cut something out, we would cut it out. But
No, we're good.
Yeah.
We're just joking.
so what have your greatest accomplishments as a band been so far?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna be sappy.
Go
I get
for
to
it.
do it with my brother and my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Be all sappy, but it's true.
Yeah. I think just being together this long and like still being on a really good focused path for what we want to do. That's pretty cool. 2024 was a really good year for us. We got a lot of momentum, and so
And
I'd
that
say like
was
just
all independent too.
yeah, so jumping on a tour, releasing merch and selling out of it twice. Like before, there was the first time we dropped merch in 2024, we sold out. Like we had enough to go to shows and stuff, and we had sold out before the first show.
Mhm.
And so we were scrambling. We are like, oh, we need more. Like we had to pay to expedite it because we needed some at the shows. But like that kind of stuff was a cool milestone because the first time we got merch, took us 10 years to sell all of it. And it just stuff like that. I think as far as number wise or stuff like that, we're we're very we're aware of what's, of what numbers, are kind of successful, what isn't, but what's on a good trajectory and stuff. So I'm proud of everything we've done so far, but I think we're all very much like, come on, we can do this.
Mhm.
There's still goals to hit, and so like we're not celebrating too much of
Yeah,
what we've done.
it seems like we're all still on this very same page, very same word that
Yeah.
we're like we're doing exactly what each other wants. Like
Ask us that question in 5 years, and we'll
Yeah.
have a lot more to tell you.
after I quit.
Reunion tour.
The first final tour.
Ah,
So,
Yeah.
what is the scene like in the Bay Area nowadays?
Oh, sorry, you say something real quick, then like,
I was gonna say we played some cool venues, but that does kind of relate.
oh yeah, yeah.
A lot of the places that we've gotten to experience, especially in the last year or so, that we've been playing live shows more often. We've gotten to see how different the scene is in like the greater NorCal area as opposed to the Bay Area. It's really kind of difficult out here. I mean, we've had this
Yeah.
conversation many times with bands.
Yeah, the Bay Area is hard. It's really hard. Something that happens a lot is a lot of very mixed genre shows, which is super cool if you're just a fan of the community and stuff. But as far as building a fan base, it can get difficult because, you know, some rap fans might not be a pop punk fan, vice versa. So it's hard to grab each other's fans. We make great connections with other artists. We're friends for a long time, and we're supporting each other. We love what each other do, but fan bases,
Doesn't translate.
it doesn't
very
translate
well.
quite well. But when we got jumping on this tour last year, it took us to like the Sacramento scene and more north, and we were like,
It's a totally different experience.
yeah, totally different vibe.
Mhm.
People are instantly like, we're at every show. We're driving 3 hours to go see these bands. Like, it's incredible. It's a different ball game.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, so I think we found a family more out there. But we've like we did a lot in the Bay,
Mhm.
you know. I think it's just finding the right community and finding that. I'll also say that it's partially on us because we were jumping genres for a long time. A lot of the beginning of the band was one, not releasing enough music consistently. And every time we did, every song sounded completely different than the last.
Mhm.
And it was trying to keep up with the times. By the time we released that song, it was like 2 years too late. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Of that style. Um, and rather than just writing for us and what made us happy, writing like I was trying with one of our old managers, I was really trying to like give him something that he thought could be a radio hit so that he could shop it around to a label and
Mhm.
this and that.
Yeah, writing music for somebody else is not
Wasn't
the same as writing for yourself.
No. And
Completely different result.
so, when we became super like really independent over like during 2023, it was like cool, we're writing for us. I remember we came home, we were driving from a show, and I was like, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I want to do this now. I'm tired of what we're doing. And if this isn't what we want to do, then we might be done
Mhm.
because I'm not happy anymore. And everyone was like, okay, let's take a look at it. Let's listen. We had to talk it out and stuff, but we weren't done with music. It was just, I wanted to do something that made me happy, something that I was having fun doing. I was tired of trying to please people that also didn't have our best interest, in mind. So when we did that, the vibe of the band switched, the community came like pretty much everywhere we went, and the script flipped,
And I think even our personal relationships with each other, like
Just having a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went to new heights because all of us were like, yeah, fuck it, we're doing it for us now.
Yeah.
On a happier, more fun note, I guess. Any standout moments from while you were playing a show that maybe you saw happen go down in the crowd or that happened on stage?
Oh, anytime people sing YTFS,
Oh, it's
it's
crazy.
awesome. We started doing this bit where we go, all right, guys, we're gonna teach you the chorus of this song. It's just you're the fucking shit, and you can sing along, right? Because we only know 6 words. That's like our whole bit, and people get it first try, and then we still make them do it 2 more times just for the show aspect of it. And when that song hits and the chorus comes in, the amount of
They're
looks
just
we've gotten
ready,
from
yeah.
like venues, and they're like, does everyone know this song? I'm like, well, no, you forgot that we just taught it to them. But
Yeah.
it's so fun and energetic that people just start singing along, you
Yeah.
know? And
It's a very addicting
it's
vibe.
electrifying.
Yeah.
I think it's just like watching somebody become a fan from the stage is a crazy experience.
And you know,
Yeah.
and you know,
You can see it happen. You can
Yeah.
see the look on their faces, and they start moving to the music, headbanging, whatever, dancing.
Yeah.
You get a mosh pit with self-control.
yeah,
Could you imagine?
that'd be great.
Open the fucking pits up.
I mean, we've had other cool moments though, like one of the Dia de los Muertos. At one point in our show, we had like
Oh, like
a huge crowd of people just completely stopped.
yeah, we
Like,
had like
were in the
Oh,
middle
yeah.
of
1,200
a
people.
long festival, and everybody started stopping and then just filling out this whole alley going towards Bart.
Mhm.
And we were playing like Mana covers and like Latin rock stuff
Mhm.
that we learned specifically just for this show.
For that show.
Yeah.
And it was such an amazing feeling.
Actually, La Bamba Twist and Shout was the biggest
That
portion
one.
of that show.
Mhm.
We used to do this La Bamba and
Mix
Twist
with
and Shout
medley.
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 Mhm.
And we,
Your family always starts dancing.
yeah, everyone
Yeah,
starts
And then they
dancing.
get everybody to start dancing to the song.
But it was so funny. We had like maybe 200, 300 people at the stage because it was like, a festival where people just walking by and stuff. And he gets on the guitar and just ding 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 ding, and people just stopped.
Mhm.
And that's when
Start
people
screaming.
start forming in. Yeah, they start screaming, and you're like, what the heck is happening? Like,
Yeah.
just for this song, they come. Oh my God, a sea of people we could not see from
couldn't
where
see
we
the
were
end of
at.
it.
We
Yeah.
couldn't see the end of it.
Yeah.
It was insane. It made my mom
It
cry.
was a low stage.
Like it was a lower stage view, but it's still, it was amazing. That was one of the best feelings.
Mhm.
It's a great
Another-
song.
The
Why wouldn't they flock?
the towel at DNA?
Oh, that one was funny. I had a towel. I used to wear like a t-shirt or a towel in the back of my pants. And this dude, we were playing one of the Battle of the Bands in San Francisco. He was vibing to our set the whole time. And I was like, I did this thing where like I come up on the stage and the edge and I'm singing to people. And he came up to me face to face and I was like, is he gonna hit me? Like I wasn't sure. And then he like reached around me, grabbed the towel out of my back, threw it at my face and said, fuck you. And then he left the venue. And I was like, I'm like singing, but I'm like, now I'm stopped. And I'm like, what just happened? Did anyone else see that? And it seemed like no one else, like,
I didn't even see it.
yeah, like the band didn't see it. And I think like 2 of my friends saw it. They're cracking up, and everyone else is just acting like that didn't happen. And I'm like, what happened? I was like, what's it called? That was like a Black Mirror episode. Like it was so
Surreal.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go on a social media search and try to find this guy.
I'm scared. No, I don't wanna do that. Yeah, no, I'm cool. I don't know what he was on.
You never know these days,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that was a few years ago.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
very early. Where they were like,
That would have been like your first
His
show, wasn't
second show.
I think it was the other time at the DNA upstairs.
Was
So
that
yeah, it was like
upstairs or
you-
was that downstairs?
That
was
that was no. The towel thing was downstairs.
Oh, then I definitely didn't see it happen. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was okay. First year in the band.
Yeah.
We were in high school still,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Were they juniors or seniors?
Seniors.
Oh, we sold out a jazz club. That was That was fun.
Nice.
That was cool.
Say it like that.
Because
Go with the
it's a famous jazz club, but we're a pop rock band, and we sold it out, and it was like 310 people, and that was
they
like,
were very confused.
yeah,
They were.
the owners
actually
were the venue promoters were like, "There's no way these kids are going to do this. We've
It was
never
a
heard of
Monday
them."
night.
Yeah,
Maybe they thought the band name was a jazz band.
yeah. Well, no, they knew
Tomorrow's
like
Jazz.
comedy goes through there and stuff. It's just a famous venue out in Oakland where we're from, and it's they were like, you could try, but you guys are gonna owe us a bunch of money to rent out this
Like,
place.
yeah, sure, take it on a Monday.
Yeah, we sold it out, and they were like, do you guys want to come back all
Oh,
the
they
time?
treated
And
us
we're
like
like,
royalty. It
yeah,
was so funny.
Yeah.
The
Instant mood
change.
change.
Yeah, the way that they changed once they saw the ticket sales, they're like, oh shit.
yeah, that was cool. That was a cool moment in our careers.
When you get to feel like a rock star.
Yeah.
You're speaking of Oakland, and I'm like wondering if you guys were ever influenced by like the Matches.
No, I mean, I'll say this: we are inspired by a lot of random things, and I can't say that there's just one genre. We're very picky, choosy type of thing. So like we grew up with pop, but we also were all Latin, so we grew up with Spanish music. We all grew up
All the stuff that was in our household.
right, stuff that was in our household.
A lot
So
of 80s, a lot
yeah, a
of
lot of 80s. And so there was never just one thing. Like we found pop punk and we found rock music kind of ourselves, right? It was Prince and Michael Jackson for my dad. It was uh Ricky Martin, Juan Luis Guerra, and a bunch of other people, Mana for my mom. And
Yeah.
then, Bryce, I don't know, like
And I'm like,
yeah,
your
like
dad's
the Eagles.
yeah,
and,
the
like,
Eagles.
Rolling Stones, classic rock, like
right.
yeah.
So I
like,
mean,
we kind of connected because of
The
our love for the
Beatles.
Beatles.
Mhm.
right.
And then like I don't know, there's just been so much that goes into each.
We're just music fans, music nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just like a piece of everything. I will say, so we have this like one of our real like mottos or not or mantra, I guess, is like we've always felt out of place,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's it partially, I don't know if it was like we weren't punk enough for the Bay ever. We didn't, the one thing we didn't really grow up on was hip hop, and that's huge out here. We know the hits that came out of here and stuff, and we know like the main guys, but we always felt out of place because we were like, we do this,
Mm-hmm.
and we listen to this, and none of our friends listen to this. None of our friends dress like this. None of our friends do this. And so it was kind of weird when we talk about Bay Area inspirations, like, the main stuff, yes, of course. We know the Metallicas, we know Green Day.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Santana.
Yeah,
Santana,
Santana, yeah. We know
Journey,
Journey, we know all of them, and
Tower of Power.
yeah, we're fans of certain things, but
True.
it's just been it's just a mixture and it's all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Chris and I both have a mixture of different music that we like that other people would be like, "What? You like that?" You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh. Like I still love Paula Abdul.
Yeah, for sure.
Some jazz sometimes.
I love boy bands. Those are my favorite.
Mhm.
I mean,
Everyone
I grew
from
up in the boy band era, so
yeah, anyone from New Edition to NSYNC or sorry, to
Okay.
One Direction, love it. Love it all.
that's it. You guys just need to do a boy band cover song.
We've talked about it.
That's
We're discussing some things.
They're discussing, everyone. They're
Sometimes you jam out.
discussing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should do a poll. See what they want you to, what boy band they want you to cover.
toxic.
We should do Toxic by
I
Britney
think there's
Spears.
There's
already
a few
yeah.
covers
Is
of them,
there?
and they're
Are they
amazing.
really good?
They're so good. Yeah.
I live under a rock.
Circling back to the show aspect,
Mhm.
a band we follow recently posted that they don't like VIP meet and greets,
Mhm.
that they'd rather just go visit fans buy merch, and they think
Yeah.
it's unnecessary to charge fans to meet them, which I think is really cool. What
Yeah.
are your thoughts on VIP?
Yeah, absolutely. Same thing.
Charge them up the ass.
We always head over to the merch table as soon as we're done with the show. We always talk to everybody. I mean,
I was gonna say the same thing as you. As a joke. As a joke.
No, it's just, like we're all human. Just
we love to
say
meet
hi.
people.
Yeah, no. Really, like for reals, I'm not a huge fan of it either. I get that when you get to a certain point, security reasons, and maybe,
Sure.
you're like, okay, this is an aspect of how they make their money, and I don't mind it. I'm not like against it, but at the lower level shows, I definitely think it's weird to unless you're giving them like a really good VIP package, right?
Yeah.
And I'm talking like, you know how VIP doesn't
The
include
merch.
like meet and greets a lot?
Yeah.
And like people used to think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm talking VIP needs to include a meet and greet, a private little show. You get
A
some
dinner or something.
you get some merch, you get a personalized something. Like you need to make it an
Actually,
experience.
what they pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Make
you're
it
gonna
worth
if
it.
I'm charging you $230
Mhm.
extra on top of your ticket.
Like, hi, thanks for coming.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'm not taking your money for that.
Hope you enjoy the show.
We could do that at the merch booth
Mhm.
and we can talk for 30 minutes.
And the
you
thing
know?
too is, if we're already in the crowd, we're gonna be most of the time we're in the crowd watching the show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, why would we charge you to just?
Yeah. I don't think I've done VIP for anything because I can't ever afford it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They don't make it very affordable.
No.
No.
And it's tough to, and especially if you want to meet the band, then if they do a VIP, then chances are they're not going to meet people after the show usually
Right.
Mhm.
because they just did the VIP. So I feel like that's kind of unfair to the people that couldn't afford VIP,
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, but like a lot of VIPs are like the merch that you do get is like super low quality. It's like, oh,
Right.
here's a plastic lanyard with a thing saying like, oh, all access pass when it really wasn't printed on cardstock that we slid in here. And like,
Right.
oh,
Yeah.
you can get into the venue early and have no line at the merch table. Like,
Yeah.
great.
Right.
What's
You pay more money to pay more money.
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it does feel kind of scammy when you break some of the VIP stuff down. I'm not a huge fan, but I mean, to each their own. I also do understand that this is, when you talk about the music business, it's a business.
Still a
And
business,
so
yeah.
this is how these guys make their money,
Yeah.
because when you're signed to a label or you're signed to management, like everyone's taking a piece of your check
Mhm.
every which way. And so
Yeah.
if if you have the means and say you're spending a little more on production and you need to make up that money, I do understand as well. So
Yeah.
it
I mean, I
kind of just
understand it too
depends.
as well, but
But
it
also, like you
does,
said, don't rip them off on the merch stuff too. Like
right.
that's annoying.
We try to have good merch,
Yeah.
We
quality merch.
we spent a lot of time demoing shirts, like trying to find good merchandise.
Mhm.
It's all about quality. I'll
Yeah.
pay more for a quality shirt than I will a crappy shirt.
Yeah, and we love to hear that. Everyone always says like, this shirt is really great. It's so comfortable. I wear it all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
We had this one guy come up to our merch booth and he's like, look, he was like joking, but he was like, look at these guys. What are you guys charging so much more than all the other bands? We're like, touch the shirt. He touched it, he goes, oh, I get it. And I was like, yeah. So like it's we take pride in doing that too.
Mhm. Yeah, we don't want to put crap out, whether it's our music, our merch, and anything that's attached to us. We want it to be quality. We want it to kind of stand the test of time.
Yeah.
So you guys have a pretty amazing social media presence. How much time and planning goes into all that?
Um
Someone to ask.
it can take we'll do stuff a couple months out. We're getting better at that. We're bulk shooting a lot of our TikToks and reels and stuff.
Yeah, take like whole Saturday and just
Take a whole Saturday and I'll maybe shoot 30 pieces of content. Maybe 7 or 10 of them I can like really use. And then the other ones are kind of just like throwaways, like they didn't come out as well as I wanted them to. But you just kind of every day I'm trying to be creative on like how to either reuse content or split things up. I mean, but yeah, it also can be super random. Sometimes I'll just make something and then post it
Mhm.
right then and there because I thought it was funny.
Mhm.
nothing to do with the band. Sometimes just shows some personality, but for the most part, we're planning things out like a week in advance. I know the way I now that TikTok's going away, but what I used to do was I would get everything edited, airdrop them to my phone, and I would have like I'd base it off TikTok. So I would go whichever just by the color scheme of the videos, like the cover, I'd be like, this one feels good today. I'm gonna post that one. And then that would like determine the rest of the app, you know. So and then everything's got like times,
Yeah.
strategic timing, but yeah, that's how it go.
Just
It
posting a
sucks
lot.
getting like one view on like YouTube Shorts. I'll post YouTube Shorts. I'll be like, oh, one person saw this. Great. Bad
I can
timing.
I cannot tell you. We were going through there was a good time where my YouTube channel was getting 100,000 views per month based off shorts alone.
Mhm.
I started posting more long form content and then shorts to promote that video, and everything just dropped. There was a month where we had like 54 monthly viewers, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? You're telling me nobody in 5 days watched that one short? Not one person? Like that's insane.
Mhm.
That hurt my heart."
And it's funny, sometimes I'll work on things, like really work on a post, and then I post it
Yeah.
and it's like tanks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
worst.
And the ones that you don't put any effort into sometimes take off.
Yep. Right,
But then you
Chris.
also but then you also can't it's a weird line because when you're a content creator, you can't just be lazy with everything because then people
Right.
just think you're a lazy content creator and you're not good. But it's the times where you're like, screw it, I don't care, I'm just gonna put it out. I'm done today.
Mhm.
That's the one that goes. You know, it's so weird. It's so unpredictable too.
Maybe that should be our shtick. Maybe we should be bad on purpose, Chess.
Maybe.
It does work for some people. It does work for some
Yeah.
people.
I don't know, Chris. Maybe I should just like do something with the Bucky's logo and me. Because apparently I look like the Bucky's logo.
That's
What the fuck is
hella funny.
Some
Oh.
dude commented on a YouTube short that I put up, and I was like, "Gee, thanks. Thanks for telling me I look like a beaver."
Yeah.
You get so much hate,
I
Jess.
do. First, I'm told I have a big forehead, and
Yeah,
then that was before I had bangs. But
We get the most hate on YouTube.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube's community is
It's a different
the wild.
beast.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we've had
Every episode different.
hate on
Yeah.
all of the platforms,
Instagram's the Wild West.
but it's always towards me, never towards Chris.
Oh.
I don't know.
He's like, I'm chilling.
He's a chill guy.
Maybe it's because I'm in the videos more usually.
What's
They
that
see
supposed
more
to
of
mean?
me. They see more of me.
It's a bigger
Maybe
target.
maybe it was that month that I wasn't on and people just got tired of you.
Maybe.
I don't want to comment on that.
It's like, yeah, that was one of my hate comments. That was my burner account.
So what are some of your dream venues that you'd like to play?
Ooh. All right. Red Rocks. That's Colorado, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Red Rocks, Madison Square Garden,
Mhm.
Oakland,
SG.
any of the Oakland arenas, Oakland or San Francisco,
Mhm.
SAP, Mountain View. Concord is smaller than Mountain View, but I want to say I just hit it.
Charm.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of the ones that we grew up
I want to hit
seeing.
Chain Reaction. That's a way small jump. Or that's a
Yeah.
jump down in where's it like SoCal, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah. Chain Reaction. I want to hit. There's a few venues in SF.
Greek theater would be cool.
Greek Theater in Berkeley
That one would
would
be
be
dope.
amazing.
Yeah, UC Theater, Cornerstone.
Yep. Cornerstone. I want to hit everything. I'd love to play like a Bottle Rock one year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be super cool.
Outside Lands,
Outside Lands.
local artists.
Yeah. I I mean, name anything, any venue that your favorite artists have ever played, and that's where we want
We
to play.
want to play it.
Yeah.
There's
The pageant in St. Louis.
yeah.
Ooh, I'm
I
down.
want to play the rave because it's
Yeah,
haunted specifically, and like I'm so into that stuff. So
yeah, they
like,
got the pool. I've seen
yeah,
the pool.
yeah. Have you been there?
I live 30 minutes from Milwaukee, so
Oh, that's
yes.
awesome.
Concert on the Worship. Those are cool.
I've been going to the rave for years.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
have access to a worship.
We could do
I
that.
actually do.
Yeah.
GTA character.
No, his friend,
Our cousin.
yeah.
It's our cousin.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, not like real cousin.
Yeah, she is.
Is she really?
We love it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just pretending.
No.
Oh, my bad.
Being family today.
I have a new cousin I didn't know about.
Oh, well, congrats,
cool.
I guess.
Maybe you can cut that one out. Maybe it sounds stupid.
Nah, it's real life.
That's true. That's true.
It's real life. Yeah, you were talking about Red Rocks, and I'm like, oh, someday I want to go there just for a show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I just want to experience it one time. Even if I don't ever play there, I want to experience it one time.
I want to work out there.
Yeah. Well, bands do that all the
Yeah,
time.
but
Like
they just like
they
run up.
run up
And
the,
isn't there like the gorge in like Washington?
the gorge too. Yeah.
Oh.
I want to go there too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a
Let's play
lot.
show on top of the, or not on top of, but like at the top of St. Louis Arch. Because there's like a little observation room.
Is it?
There's
Yeah,
an
I think you
elevator
like take
to go up
stairs
that.
and then there's an elevator thing that takes you all the way up there, but I didn't go up there. I've seen the arch in person, but I've never gone up in the arch.
I think that
Yeah.
If you're
That'd be-
claustrophobic, I've been told not to do it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yes.
See, I'm scared of heights now. The older I get, the more afraid of heights I get. I don't know
That's why
where
you don't
this-
want to do any skateboard tricks because
Yeah, I think
you'll get
that's
too
part
high
of
off
it.
the ground.
The ollie is way too high, dude.
Dude,
Scared of heights now.
Man.
The 3-inch ollie, dude.
Dude,
Couldn't do it.
scary.
It's like I don't even jump anymore. I can't do jumping jacks because I get scared.
You know what it is though? It's more my ankle. It's more my ankle. I'm scared about my ankle. Because I already have a messed up ankle.
Oh, you did the sold out jazz club show in a boot, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Your ankle was
huh?
messed up.
I
Well,
had
then you have a
broken my
legit
ankle.
reason.
Yeah, yeah. And like never fully recovered. My fault, partially.
Mhm.
But no,
That's
100%.
crazy.
100% my fault. Because I was like, no, I don't need to go to the doctor. And I just like sat with my foot up at my friend's house for like 3 days. And then I came home and my mom was like, you should have gone to the hospital like 2 days ago. And I was like, I should be fine. And then I went and they're like, dude, it's broken. Broken. And I was like, oh, my bad. Yeah, so I performed with the boot on. That's cool.
Nice.
My friend did that of all things skating, and I have it on video. He did an ollie off a loading dock. His nose or his foot slid off the front of his nose, and he rolled his ankle. We thought he just rolled his ankle. He
Yeah.
straight broke it, and years later, he just stayed off his foot for a long time. Years later, he goes to the doctor, and I guess the doctor was like, "Did you ever break your ankle?"
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I can see it. Like, it's not healed yet.
Yeah, it wasn't all the way healed. It was still like pretty much like a hairline fracture still at that point.
Yeah.
What's it called? I broke my wrist when I was in first grade, and it never settled properly. Like we went to the doctor and everything, but it never settled properly. So like that's how. So this is the one that got broken. So it doesn't go straight anymore.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I mean, I stress fractured my foot once, skanking to Less Than Jake. So, yeah.
I mean, that's a good way to go out.
That's so funny.
I just thought my foot was hurting, and I walked on it, and I had to walk back to my car. This was at Summerfest in Milwaukee, and I had to walk back to my car. And the very next morning, my foot was just swollen. I was like, well, I don't think it's just hurting.
That's
And I just walked on it to heal it. I mean, I didn't get a boot or anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Took like 2 years to heal, but it healed.
Do you ever step on it though and it's like not fully healed? You're like, oh, I feel it.
I
That's
feel
how I
like
am right
sometimes I just worry that I'm gonna do something wrong, kind of like
Oh,
you
yeah.
on skateboarding. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want to stress fracture that foot again.
Yeah. I feel it.
I'm too old for that. I sprained my ankle really good at work once. I stepped in some crack that was unfixed and I kept telling them, "Hey, you need to fix that." And then one morning I was there and I rolled my ankle. Oh, that baby was a freaking Christmas tree.
What did you get? Like,
Mhm.
did you sue or anything? Did you get money for it?
No,
Oh,
I didn't.
it wasn't worth it then. Should have just not sprained your ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could have just not sprained my ankle. Would have been great. Let's turn back time
Dig.
and I can not sprain my ankle. Because, I totally did it on purpose.
Yeah, I just thought about never getting hurt.
I mean, there
Yeah,
are
it's
people
actually
out there, I'm sure,
never
that
any-
do
like
injure
any-
themselves
Yeah,
on
yeah,
purpose.
that's true. He's
There probably
perfect.
are people out there that injure themselves on purpose just so they can try and sue people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah, there's a whole lot.
There's a whole lot, yeah, for sure.
A lot of shady people in the world.
I'm sorry, Jess. I'm just noticing what's under your blanket because it looks like there's a body under
I
there.
was like,
What?
I got that too.
It's just other blanket. This is a sheet. I cover the bed up because there's a
Oh.
blanket on there and I don't feel like making the bed, so I'm lazy.
I feel like I need proof that there's not a body under there now.
I think I told you I was gonna do that one day, just like make the outline look like an actual body once and see if anyone said anything.
You know what you got to do? You got to go to
You just gotta put a body
like
there.
Target, like during Halloween, get like body parts
Good skeleton.
and just like leave a foot hanging out, or just like, you know what I mean? Like during interviews.
Yeah,
just, like,
maybe sometime I'll just have my husband lay under there, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
at the end, just
But
be
he
like,
can't move.
"Boo!"
Can't move for like 2 hours. You got to stay there.
Well, I don't think Chris and I have ever had a 2-hour interview yet, so
Oh, okay, sorry.
that'd be
I think we
that'd be a
have.
long one.
I think we have had one.
No, I think the closest we came is like an hour and a half,
How long was Hector's?
like an hour and a half.
After we cut it.
Hector was a talker, and he liked to talk a lot, and he was very long-winded on his stuff.
Yeah.
He was
Well,
just
you
letting
can
it
always
flow.
just tell us to shut up,
Yeah,
and we'll just stop talking.
It's
You guys
okay.
want to just move on?
we had media training.
So,
Imagine us.
We only have a few more questions left, so
Yeah, you're good.
Shoot.
so if you could construct your own dream tour, you're the headliners. Who are you taking
Yeah.
with you?
Ooh, that's a good one. Is
Who's
every
the-
okay
who's
question?
the most controversial artist?
No. Are all the artists today also bigger? This is my ADD brain thinking. Because then I got to pick some smaller guys.
yeah, Chris, are they bigger, or did they just
In
pop
this-
off
in
and you
this
guys are
world,
like the
did
biggest
we just
and
blow up and
bestest?
everyone else is the same size, and we're bringing people out?
Sure, why not?
I made that more complicated for you. Sorry. Okay.
I think you made it more complicated for yourself.
Oh, it makes total sense in my head.
I
Okay.
think I got it.
All right. I'm bringing
It's like I've been thinking of every single scenario.
I'm
you
bringing
have.
Broadside.
Mhm.
I'm bringing our buddies Blackout. They're gonna play in the reception near the tickets.
They're gonna play at the merch table.
They're gonna play at the merch tables, yeah. And then I'm gonna send them this later.
Yeah.
And then no, but yeah, I'll bring them out. Let's see who else. And then like
We gotta make With Confidence get back together.
yeah,
Bring them.
they were awesome.
Stand Atlantic.
Stand Atlantic, they're awesome too.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we're talking like Dream World, where we just like get bigger for no reason, like Taylor Swift big, and we could bring out people like Paramore, like she did, like that'd be
Mhm.
awesome. Or that size of a band,
Mhm.
that'd be amazing. Like touring with Fall Out Boy would be amazing. That's like a dream of mine, specifically, and it Fall Out Boy because they're like notorious for bringing out acts that don't necessarily sound like them, because you can't, right? Because they're them. And I think that's awesome. And so I have this dream that like that would be such a fun tour to like tour with them.
Who are the ones that we just saw?
State Champs, Daisy Grenades.
Daisy Grenades.
I was
Oh
thinking
my
about
god,
them
I
right now.
love them.
They killed. We saw them open up for State Champs. Oh,
Mhm.
State Champs, another one of my favorite bands. But they
Oh, nice.
oh yeah, they
Anyway.
absolutely killed their opening set.
Oh yeah,
So good.
I love them. They were so good.
Meet Me at the Altar was good too.
Hmm.
We If
So-
we're putting together a festival, that would be kick ass.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, this tour is turning into a festival, see?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I also want to play with The Warning. I've been in love with them. They're so
Yeah, the
good.
warnings are
They're
really cool.
so good.
They're like do you guys know who they are?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, I
They're
freaking I've
awesome.
literally been listening to that album on repeat for like a month straight.
Honey Revenge.
Mhm.
They're awesome.
Nope.
I love them.
All these bands we've been trying to get on the podcast, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and to
They're-
make this come full circle, I know you were joking about, having them play the merch table, but there's a VIP experience for you. You set them up with one of those like little kid drum sets on top of one of the merch tables, couple acoustic guitars. There's your VIP session.
That's-
Like the Jimmy Fallon, like with all the toy,
Yeah.
all the toy instruments.
Wait, that's hilarious. You have to buy our VIP package and you
To go
see
see
another band
another
play. That's so funny.
Chris, and we're talking kid toys.
That's hilarious.
VIP openers. That's so
That's
hilarious.
hilarious.
I forget
They
who was that
played during our
band.
set.
That band from France. They're from France and they only play with like little kid instruments.
Not
I can't remember their name for the life of me now.
Little kid instruments.
Chris is
It's not
Googling it
the-
right now.
Yeah, I'll look it
My
up.
stupid heart.
We follow them
Don't
too.
I'll never let you go.
I don't remember the French.
And it's not Big Merla.
No,
Oh,
it's
They're from France. I feel like that
Rock
starts.
Rockin' Toys,
Oh no.
I think.
Maybe if I saw
No,
them.
it's not.
No?
I think it starts with a the.
It's that's the
Starts
The
with
Rocket
the
Toys?
okay. I know who I think I know who it is. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up.
There's like a couple.
Is it Walk the Earth
No.
or
Dang
Walk
it.
Off the Earth?
Man, now it's gonna bother me. I can't remember who it was.
Because they do a lot of that. Like they'll make random things instruments and make a song out of it. They get like the giant guitar and like all six of them are playing
Mhm.
and someone's like making a
Oh,
drum, stuff like that. Yeah.
I can't find it.
Okay.
I'll know it when I see it. The Whack
Yeah.
Kids.
The what?
The Whack Kids.
The Whack Kids.
Never heard of that.
Their videos are funny.
Okay, I'll look them up.
It's whack, but no K in there. Like it's Whack Kids. Like it's not like whack.
WACKIDS.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kids.
Yep. They're from France. But yeah, the Rockin' Toys. You did see that part. But yeah, it was
Yeah,
the Whack Kids. That's what it was. I haven't seen much from them lately. They've gone on tour while playing kids' toys, so
Oh, that's awesome.
which is kind of funny. Ah, yes.
Speaking
So,
about
so I'm curious. Do you all have tattoos?
Yeah.
Yeah. For them,
all I have are these.
Oh,
So,
no.
what are your favorite tattoos?
My favorite one.
What's your favorite one?
This one is my Doctor Who. It's Kindness and Gallifreyan.
Fire.
It's hella nerdy.
it's made up.
That's okay.
Of course it's made up. It's a made up language.
We all have our own nerdy things we're into.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a Smash Brothers logo on my shoulder. But for the sanctity of your podcast, I'm gonna keep my shirt on.
Mine's is either my neck, my throat, my hands. I don't know. I forget about half of them a lot of the time. So
I don't have
I
to
think-
forget I have no tattoos.
yeah. But it's always like the newest one is my favorite.
Yeah.
Except for the most recent one I got that I was not very happy with. And I'm not gonna say anything about that more.
Yeah, they
but
didn't do a very good job.
no.
We both.
It happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does happen.
Yeah. But it's okay. I have enough that like one bad tattoo is not bad. Like you don't
Right.
really notice it. But
I don't have enough.
he doesn't have enough.
You can tell.
It's
this one's bad.
noticeable.
You can tell it's bad.
You just got to get more, I guess.
Yeah, that's the plan.
It's also on us for just walking into a random tattoo shop and be like, "Hey, tattoo us."
Yeah, but we did that one other time and that
It
was
worked.
perfect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's where I got this one.
Yeah.
And it was perfect.
It's like roulette.
Yeah. But okay,
And we also
this is
went
what
to
made me
Margaritaville
upset.
right
This is what made me
before.
upset. I'm not naming anybody, I'm not saying where this is. But an influencer posted 2 days after we got ours saying, I'm walking into this random tattoo shop getting a tattoo for my birthday, right? It was the same shop, the same artist that I
Yeah.
had, and hers was beautiful.
Yeah.
Lines perfect. I was like, oh, so you can.
But
You
you
just
didn't want
chose
to.
not to on me. That's cool.
Well, maybe they were having a day, I guess. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
because they were eating pho. They were having a great day.
Look, you can't have a day when you're a tattoo artist, though.
This
Tattoo.
is true.
Like, you
You
just
you
can't
want
have like a
every
bad
single
day.
tattoo better be a work of art.
Yeah.
Can't be a civil engineer and have a
Like,
bad
give me like,
Yeah, building bridges, but I had this one really one bad day.
you're like, I kind of just have asked the tattoo client today. You're like, what? Like, that's on someone's body forever, dude.
That's
Yeah.
like I love looking at like worst tattoos, like bad
Oh, me too.
tattoos, and then
Oh,
like people tried to fix them with other things. Like one comes to mind, it's like this Pikachu, someone got a really bad Pikachu, and then they got a really good tattoo of Pikachu, but that bad Pikachu was on a canvas and it's Pikachu actually painting the bad
I
Pikachu.
love
that's
that.
that's that's
See, I
creative.
love that.
That's really creative.
That's
So I
awesome.
But
mean,
sometimes they're so
there's
bad and
that.
you can't even cover them up that you just got to get them lasered off, or you just got
Yeah.
to live with it. So luckily, I don't have anything that's that bad yet. That I think is that bad. Let me rephrase
That's
that.
why I would never get a portrait.
Portraits are very risky.
Yes. You
'Cause
have
you
to
can even
find the
see,
perfect artist for something like that.
yeah, and even then, you can see them do a million good portraits, and then for some reason, the one on you is not good. You know,
Yeah, I
it's
think that's
so
one
risky.
reason I still haven't gotten a tattoo because I always wanted my dog growing up, like on my back
Yeah,
shoulder or something. And I'm like, but if it doesn't look like him, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Yeah.
I would be careful with that
I do
too.
want to get the paws, like also in Kenai.
Yeah, that's easy
I
enough.
want
I
to do
think
that
that's cool. Yeah.
because we have those, but yeah, but I
Well,
don't need.
our
I don't need.
final and most important question of the night, what is your favorite dinosaur?
Oh,
Oh shit!
my grandpa's pretty old.
That's so fucked up.
Home card is pretty cool.
Mm.
What's the one? Okay, I don't know. I don't really know like names. What's the like the small one with wings in the books? Because I know they look different in real life.
Small one, like not a pterodactyl,
Velociraptor?
like a small
Oh,
one.
sorry, not
Like a
Velociraptor.
pterodactyl,
Sure.
But they were huge.
but in the movies they're smaller. Is that am I thinking that
guess.
right?
Sure.
Yeah, let's say
The
that.
smaller ones are pterodons, so like more like a. Are they the ones with more like a dinosaur face compared to like a long beak?
Yes.
A pterodon.
Okay, yeah, that. I like those.
Yeah, I like an ankylosaur.
Damn, you guys have these like.
Dinosaur kid.
Were you really? I didn't know that.
No, it was like Thomas. Thomas
I love asking this question because I love finding out who's an actual dinosaur nerd.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
such a-
I mean, would you count like? I guess like a mosasaurus. Those are cool. Those are huge.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know what that is.
The mosasaur, it's a sea.
Yeah.
The dinosaur in
Like
the sea.
close. No, it's like close to the size of what's the giant whale that's living now?
The
A
blue whale?
blue whale? It was like 2/3 the size of a blue whale. It was pretty huge.
Oh
Mhm.
shoot. Okay.
Like razor sharp teeth, like
Yeah.
hunter.
That's okay.
instinct.
My dinosaur's not cool anyways. I like Brachiosaurus because I haven't done any research to find a cooler one yet.
It's still pretty cool. It's
Oh, you
fast.
know what? What's that one? What's the one that has like the ball on the back of its tail?
Yeah, it's
The
like-
ankylosaur, which is my favorite.
Ah,
yeah.
Those ones are dope.
Yeah.
Is that the one you said?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I think that's-
Yeah, those ones are dope.
Yeah, we get some interesting dinosaurs. Most of the time, people are just like that one in the Land Before Time or something,
Yeah.
or that
Yeah.
one from Jurassic Park.
Littlefoot.
yeah.
Oh no.
Who doesn't
would you
know
want-
the
why
Land
would you-
Before Time though?
But
The
T-Rexes
one
are
that
so
goes,
like
yep.
Yep.
yeah, but T-Rex like if I imagine if someone's like T-Rex is their favorite, they're lying. Because what do? Like all they do is just like move around with their head, right?
They have a big head and
I'm
little
thinking of the Meet
arms.
the Robinson thing where he's like, I got a big head and little arms. I don't really know if you thought this through. You know what I mean? Like,
Seize
Yep.
the boy. Seize the boy.
It's a great
but-
movie.
yeah, but like, what does the T-Rex do for fun? Nothing.
Eat.
Can't even put the star on the top of a Christmas tree.
No.
No.
Damn.
That's why they're so angry because they can't reach anything.
That's why
It's-
that's why I love that like meme where he's got like the little grabber thing. The T-Rex has the grabber arm and they're like unstoppable. Yes.
Yeah.
What was that one old Vine where it's like the T-Rex one's like
Oh, the little head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the T-Rex could have just eaten anyone that would make fun of them, so
Yeah, you'd be gone. Bully.
because he's got a big old head with a big old set of teeth.
Yeah. I hope that if you got, I'd imagine like you'd probably be done right away, right? It's like instant death. If you
I'd
get
hope
eaten by a
so.
T-Rex.
Hope so, but you're getting impaled.
Like
Probably
the guy in
depends on where
Jurassic
you're getting
Park.
bitten.
Like the
Yeah.
guy in
Yeah,
Jurassic
you're
Park
gonna
just
feel
gets
it.
eaten off the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way I want to go.
That's a whole different. That's another podcast we got to talk about.
Dude,
We'll-
That's actually how
Yeah, we're filming our
Elvis.
dinosaur
That's
podcast
actually how
after this.
Elvis died. The dinosaur. It wasn't the heart attack.
Dinosaur ate him
On the toilet.
Yeah.
on the toilet. Yep. Oh man, this took a turn. No.
R.I.P.